Come on in, everybody. Like and share right now. I am shocked we're still on YouTube. Yeah, let me turn this down a little bit. Good evening, everybody. This is Popeye Live, March 9th, 2022. And yeah, it is 7:31 p.m. is what it is. Central Standard Time, by the way. My name is Butch Popeye Moss. I am National President of Sons of Liberty Riders, MC. And I'm co-founder of Texas Biker Radio. But that's enough about me. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've heard it or not, but I just found this out a few minutes ago. This is incredible, everybody. Like and share this, because this is going to be important. Tonight we learn there are 2 biolabs in Ukraine. Yeah, 2 biolabs. You know what that is? That reminds you of a place called Wuhan. It had a biolab. But wait, it gets better. We're funding them. Yeah. So whatever research was going on there was for military uses. And I guess it has the viruses it may have there. SARS-2, yellow fever, and I guess SARS-2, I guess that's still a COVID. This is absolutely incredible. And you know, the mainstream media and USA Today and everybody, they had all these fact checkers saying none of this was true. It's all fake and it's disinformation by the Russians. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. More lying, because this is all they do, is lie. And we've talked about this ad nauseam, about how it has become fashionable for our government to lie, and for the mainstream media to lie, and for politicians to lie. It is incredible. But don't worry, everybody. You're not to worry. Because soon, Kamala Harris lands in Poland or Romania. I don't know which one first. Yeah. You know, I want to talk about biker issues, but this stuff keeps getting in the way. Because this is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Because as we know through our own experience, that government will lie, whether it's your local police, whether it's your state police, whether it's your governor, whether it's our congressman, whether it's a frickin' president. And it is sickening. what's going on. And let me tell you, it pisses me off. Really pisses me off. But, yeah. And, you know, these NATO countries, they've got to be going, what the hell? They're sending them, this moron here again. Who knows nothing about what she's doing. Who talks to people like she's talking to third graders. So I'm sure that they're just going, oh no, because they know that she's weak, they know that Biden's weak, and therefore our whole country is weak. It's incredible. It's incredible. Hell, we ought to send a bunch of bikers over there. They'd be more credible than the people we're sending. They know nothing about what they're doing. It's people that managed an election. You know what I'm talking about. We are simulcasting tonight on Rumble and YouTube. And if we get kicked off of YouTube, you know where you're at. You'll still be able to watch this show. You'll still be able to watch it at TexasBikerRadio.org in the blog section or Rumble.com. Just type in Texas Biker Radio News or my name. It should come up. It's incredible, everybody. It's incredible. But Kamala's there to save the day. That boy, it just gives them so much excitement. You know, and Putin is running the show. He's running the show. All he's got to do is say nuclear. That's all he's got to do, and everybody starts jumping. And I agree with General King and the things he said tonight on one of the Fox News channels. I think it's Jesse Waters' show. Who said, what's the big deal about sending them planes? We're already sending them Stinger missiles. We're already sending them javelins, aircraft, anti-aircraft, and tank killers. But I have a question about that too, and I did that today on Facebook. I mean, to me it seems, and they did say over the last 24 hours they've shot down about 9 aircraft. I don't know what kind of aircraft that was. And we have no video proof of it. But the thing about it is we should have airplanes and tanks strewn all over the place. In my view, if we sent them the materials we say we sent them. But hey, Biden has slow-walked everything else. He slow-walked everything else. And, you know, they said, hey, Biden thinks that, you know, Ukraine can't win this war, so they put a stop on Ukraine getting those MiGs that Poland were going to give them. Because nobody wants to be seen giving it to them directly. Well, we're already giving them stuff. We're giving them Stingers. We're giving them javelins. And we should be giving them more. We should be. But man. So tonight or today, so now here's the new narrative, everybody. Putin's gas hikes. Putin's gas hikes. Because of the Ukrainian-Russian war. And everybody knows in this country, everybody knows, except for maybe some dumb Democrats, that gas was going up way before Putin invaded Ukraine. Way before, a year before. The minute Biden took office, gas prices started going up. The war has only been going on for 2 weeks. But gas has been going up for a year, steadily going up. That's the truth of it. So don't buy into this narrative that this is Putin's gas hikes, that it's Putin's fault. Oh no, this has been going on a long time. This is what the left wants. They want $7 a gallon gas. Is what they want. It's crazy. Hey, listen here, everybody. Wheat, W-H-E-A-T, is going up faster than oil in price. Yeah. We're going to pay a price for all this shit that they're doing. We are. And so now Putin has got the Wagner hit squad out there. I don't know if you've ever heard about them. Yeah, it's called the Wagner hit squad. It's the one that does all the assassinations for Putin. And also runs around the parts of Africa stealing diamond mines. Yeah. This is what they do. And this Wagner group is pretty large, like a special force, but it's a bunch of thugs is what it is. A bunch of thugs whose main job right now is to hunt down Zelensky. They're in Ukraine now trying to hunt him down. And they've made 3 attempts at it from what we hear. Yeah. So, and then we're yelling, hey, look, it's war crimes. This is war crimes. You know, hit squads like this are war crimes. From what we know, they bombed a maternity ward, then also a place where there's a bunch of children. A hospital. War crimes, everybody. The problem is, how do you enforce it? How do you enforce it? I don't know that they can. Unless they catch them out somewhere outside of Russia. And I do think that is doable. But you're going to have a lot of people to keep track of. And I don't know whether our FBI is up to that job or not. I don't know if they can leave the American public alone long enough, or the parents alone long enough to go out there and hunt anybody down. Yeah. So, Forrest, you say diesel there is $5.65. Where are you at, buddy? Let us know. Yeah, I didn't even look at any gas signs today to see what they were around here. But yeah, it's going up, and this is not the fault of. I hate to say this. This is not the fault of Putin. This is the fault of the policies that have been put in place. It's been designed to hurt our oil companies. And our oil companies had to do things to protect themselves from a government that was not, that was an enemy to them. They were a threat to their survival. Is what it was. So oil companies had to take things. And also, Biden and them went after the banks, telling banks not to give them loans for these projects. And so it was, and the banks were afraid to make the loans because they were afraid they would get stuck with something that got shut down. It's a giant quagmire, everybody. It really is. And Jen Psaki makes a big deal about 9,000 oil leases out, places that they could drill on, talking about 9,000. Let me tell you, a little bit over a year ago, everybody, there were 37,000 potential oil leases for them to drill on. 37,000. But people are afraid to invest. Drilling for oil is a tricky business. It really is. You've got to know that there's oil there. You have to go do surveys. You have to know that there's oil there. They just weren't willing to spend the money when the Biden administration could pull the rug out from underneath them. It's risky enough without having your government make it worse. And then on top of that, threatening the banks that would give them loans. This is what's going on, everybody. Jen Psaki is lying to you. Joe Biden, the potato head, is lying to you. And YouTube, I don't give a damn if you like that or not. It's the truth. Yeah. So this is where we're at, everybody. This is where we're at. So tonight we take no prisoners. We're still on YouTube. That's amazing, everybody. That's amazing. But then again, maybe we haven't said the right things to get that job done. Maybe it's because we haven't talked about Dr. Fauci. But it makes me wonder, the biolabs in Ukraine, did he have any part in that? Just saying, everybody. And just how easy it for all these people to lie to us, including the CDC. But as you've heard, Hawaii is the last state to lift the mask mandates. Oh yeah, the midterms are here, everybody. The midterms are here. Let's get. Hey, look, we defeated COVID. No, you didn't defeat crap. You didn't do anything. So, maybe we're striking a chord with people out there, or maybe with YouTube, maybe with Facebook. I mean, common sense sometimes does that. And like I said, it was reported this morning that Biden doesn't think Ukraine can win this thing. But then again, because of his family's past, and because of what our politicians have been doing, I don't know that what's going on is by design. Maybe a pact between Biden and Putin. I don't know. I guess they would call that a conspiracy theory, but you know what? It's not too far-fetched from what we've seen these people do. Can you say Hunter Biden? I'm just saying, everybody. But and we, of course, we've seen them slow walk the necessary tools that Ukraine needs for success. They've been slow walking it now for months and months and maybe years. Is what they're doing. Maybe back when they sent them pillows instead of ammunition. Sent them pillows instead of, an Iron Dome defense from attacks from the air. Maybe should have sent them Stingers and Javelins back then, 2014. Just saying, everybody. Just saying. And yeah, they talked them into giving up the nuclear weapons they had in Ukraine that was left behind by Russia. They had possession of them, and they gave them up because we said, we got your back. We got your back. Who's ever going to believe us again? And they send that moron, Kamala, over to shore up NATO or whatever it is she's supposed to be doing over there. I have no clue what she's supposed to be doing. Yeah. And you're right, Forrest. Obama sent them pillows and Trump sent them weapons. Just should have sent them more. Is what should have happened. And who the hell is going to trust us anymore? After what they seen in Afghanistan and after what they're seeing now. Give them the frickin' jets. They're third generation MiGs. Give them to them. They're begging for help. And we're refusing to give it to them. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Because I believe they're slow walking that shit. That's what I believe. But that's my opinion, everybody. Yeah, I said it, YouTube. That's my opinion. Man. So I wonder if Kamala Harris is going to go to the Polish border. Like I said earlier, well, Kamala is finally going to a border. And I went, oh, no, not our border. You know, the one she's in charge of. Maybe the Poland's border. But then again, that would be a bad photo op, wouldn't it? She probably wouldn't want to really do that. Probably wouldn't really want to do that. The folks back home that might upset them. Yeah. Yeah. And Forrest, you're right. Nobody has our back. It's damn sure not the government entities that's supposed to protect us. Not the DOJ, not the FBI, not the CIA. They don't have our backs. They're letting all these sorry bastards make all these deals and make all this money. It's like I said, every one of them, they're in the Congress and the Senate that have enriched themselves 10 times over on a congressman or senator's salary, living in the most expensive areas in this country with multiple homes and benefits we can only dream of. And this includes their staffs. Just maybe they ought to be looked into. How did they achieve all this wealth? And what kind of sweetheart deals did they get? Like Nancy Pelosi? And I know I said this last night, but I left one out. Dianne Feinstein and her husband. Oh, yeah. And, of course, there's the Biden family of years of peddling influence. But you know what? They're not the only ones doing that. There's a club up there, everybody. There's a club, and we're not able to get in. Yeah. We're not able to get in. We're just supposed to do what we're told without even thinking about it. Get in line. Get in line or we will cancel you. Get in line or we will arrest you. Don't come near us. Now we got the truckers up there running around in circles. I hope somebody there on the chat line can tell me what's going on because I didn't see anything on it today. It's like I said last night, they've been basically knocked off the news. You can go on YouTube, and there's a couple of guys that are making money off of it doing their YouTube thing. Oh, and by the way, we don't monetize our podcast. We're not here to sell you something. We're not here to make money off of you. We're here to send a message. I mean, take a look at the idiots running the country. And it runs further than just the potato head and know nothing Kamala. I mean, take the energy secretary. Let me show you a picture of that broad. Yeah. Where'd she go? Here she is. Let me show you this one. Whoop. Yeah. She knows nothing about energy, everybody. Nothing. That's Jennifer Granholm, Secretary of Energy. She hasn't a clue of what she's doing. Man. You know, now we'll be talking about her again in a minute. But, you know, see, I had one more. Oh, I'll tell you one thing here. This is a piece of work right here. Well, if it'll cross over. There you go. This guy right here. That's Stephen Colbert. Yeah. He didn't give a damn if gas goes to $15 a gallon. He don't give a damn. He drives a Tesla. Now that's a moron. And that's a moron with money that can afford a Tesla. Not everybody can afford a Tesla. Not everybody wants a Tesla. It's like I told you, I wouldn't buy a car that I couldn't get in it and drive from the West Coast to the East Coast without stopping, if I wanted to. Go 500 miles without stopping. And generally when we take a vacation, unless we're stopping at some other places or something, that 500 miles is what we'll do in a day. And I know there's people who've done a lot more of that. So have I at times. So yeah, the guy's an idiot. He's insulting. He insulted the majority of the people in this country. That's what I'm saying. And of course now we've got the Secretary of Transportation, and that's who the other one was. I don't know why I don't have a picture of him. The Secretary of Transportation, Buttigieg. Yep, Buttigieg. He knows nothing about transportation. Oh, wait a minute, I take that back. He may know about getting in a limo. I'm sure he knows about that. Oh, yeah, he's the one that jumped out of the limo and got being escorted by a security team, and then he jumped on a bicycle to act like he's been riding a bicycle to work. Yeah, that's that nut. Another liar is what that is. Yeah. So that's what we're saying. Just liars. Well, we got to get control of it. It's what we got to do. And so, uh, man, let me see one more thing here. Oh, and also, man, I think it was Jennifer who was speaking before a bunch of oil people down in Houston. Yeah, she was speaking to them down there, and she was telling them, hey, they said we're on the precipice of something big. We're going to change America. Now, she's down there begging them in Houston, these oil executives, she's down there begging them to increase production. Now, she didn't offer to lift any regulations or open up more places they could drill, nothing like that. She's just down there telling them to increase production. The country's in trouble, increase production. Well, hell, that ain't their fault. That's not their fault. These people are out of their minds. So Jennifer tells them, hey, we're on the precipice of something big. We're going to change the way we do business forever. And it doesn't include fossil fuels. I don't know how these guys took that, but I know how I would have taken it. Hey, open things up and we can get the job done. Energy independence is the goal. That's what they all should have told her. Told her to tell her to kiss off. Oh, and by the way, when Biden tried to call the crown prince over in Saudi Arabia, Biden's waiting on the phone. He's waiting. The crown prince never picks up. I don't want to talk to that old bastard. I don't want to talk to him. He's already attacked me. And it's because of Biden's big mouth that he won't pick up. We're in serious trouble, and we know the way out. We know the way out. But they're not willing to do it. Not yet. Not yet. And I would say to you, and I asked the question, and I've asked it several times, just what is your threshold? What is it? Now, the American public is pretty generous. They said, hey, they would be willing to pay more for gas to help out Ukraine. But it's quite obvious we might want to help them, but our government damn sure doesn't. Not at the top. No. They're going to let Ukraine die is what they're going to do. They're going to let mass murder occur, and there could be other consequences because of what we know now about these labs. Will Russians take these things and turn them into a weapon? Or will somebody do something by mistake and release this shit on the world? That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. And you know, it's just, hey, Biden, Kamala Harris, Buttigieg, Energy Secretary, all these people over these departments throughout the federal government, all the heads of these departments don't know what the hell they're doing. Very few of them do. And those that do know what they're doing are running them backwards. Oh, wait a minute. They're trying to help Biden out. It was Trump they ran them backwards on. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you, here's the thing. I'm pissed off now. I ain't waiting for $7 a gallon. We got to get out there. We got to call our congressmen, call our senators, like I said last night, and tell them energy independence now. That's what we got to do. It's simple. It takes about 5 minutes to send an email or make a phone call. Maybe 5 minutes to their offices. It's easy to look them up. If you don't know who your congressman is, God forbid, you can go look it up online. Who's my representatives? It'll tell you all of them. Yeah. You can do it at TexasRockRadio.org. So everybody, we're going to take no prisoners. Take no prisoners. So listen to this, everybody. According to the EIA, another acronym, everybody, and that stands for Energy Information Administration. That's where you go to find out everything about energy. And one of the interesting things I saw there tonight, matter of fact, there's several of them I'm going to tell you. 80% of our energy comes from oil and gas. 80%, everybody. And oil is more than just powering cars. It's in plastics, it's in medicines, it's in just about everything we touch. And delivery of our foods. Our supply line. Yeah. Listen to this, everybody. Wind energy, you know, the windmills we got out here all over West Texas and growing closer to Dallas and Fort Worth every day, it seems. And, you know, we've already had one round with these windmills that didn't do the job, and also solar panels, but you're going to get a surprise about that in a minute. But wind energy was the source of about 8.4% of our nation's energy. Hydropower, and for you Democrats out there, that's dams powered by water. Hydro, yeah. Those plants produce about 7.3% of our nation's energy. And here, solar, everybody, solar. 2.3. 2.3. And I'll tell you in a minute why solar and wind aren't the answer. And of course, there's biomass. It is about 1.4%. Yeah, 1.4%. But the thing wrong with wind and solar, there's no place in the world where the wind blows 24/7. And also, there's no place in the world where the sun shines 24/7. Just doesn't happen. You can drive out across West Texas and see days that there's not enough wind to make those windmills turn. And I do believe solar panels are a waste of time. It's a waste of good farmland. It's what it is, and we have thousands of acres out there in West Texas. Yeah. And New Mexico. It's a waste of freaking time. And it'll never make the money back spent on building that crap. Ever. So get ready for this one, everybody. The potato head wants a study for government-controlled digital currency. Government-controlled digital currency. We've talked about this before. If they're issuing, they want to be able to control your money. They want to be able to go look and see what you're spending money on, and it's none of their damn business. what you're spending money on. If you want to go out and buy a yacht, that's your business. If you want to go out and buy an airplane, that's your business. If you want to go out and buy a big four-wheel truck, that's your business. And if you want to drive a Harley Davidson, that's your business. None of it the business of the government. If you want to pay your house off, that's your business. If you want to buy another house, that's your business, not the government. Not the government. Stay out of our freaking lives, everybody. Stay out. Stay out. And digital currency, to me, is a no-go. But then again, there's, I just don't trust government. Do you? You guys on the chat line? You trust government? You trust them? That's what I'm saying. I don't trust anybody right now, except for maybe guys in my club. Other chapter members, other chapter presidents, yeah. My wife, close friends and relatives. There's not many outside that sphere. And especially when they're connected to the government. Let me tell you what the exact quote of Jennifer Granholm, the energy secretary that knows nothing about energy. Here's what she said to these oil executives. It's hard to see history in the making when you're right in the middle of it. I think that we are on the cusp of the most important transition in human societies ever seen. She's freaking nuts. And Kamala Harris and Buttigieg that runs out there and says, hey, we got the answer, everybody. Electric buses. They're out of their minds. It will take years, decades to transition to try to do the things they want to do. And even then, it won't solve the problem because of what I said. These other energy sources do not get the job done. They just don't. And yeah, I said it, YouTube, Facebook. So hey, it's time for a little public service announcement. This is crazy. If your child goes to a private school, watch their curriculum closely. Through teacher training and lectures with titles like Cultivating an Anti-Racist and Activist in Kindergarten. Colonize the minds of second graders and the white people way. This is what they're teaching in kindergarten in these private schools. Kindergarten and on up. This is done by an accreditation association for private schools. Is instructing educators to adopt race-essential and cultural Marxist curriculums for children as young as 5 years old. Marxist curriculums. And you got to watch everywhere, not just the public schools, the private schools too. And I've thought about this for a while. Yeah. And then let's see, National Economic Council head, his name is Deese. No amount of domestic production we can do will reduce gas prices. He says, no way to fix this. None. No way to fix it. There's just going to be high gas prices. No amount of drilling or anything else will fix it. Wait a minute. We know this is not true. Not long ago, we were energy independent. Until the potato head stole an election. I said it. YouTube. I said it. Facebook. And while all this is going on, listen here, everybody, while all this is going on, this is insanity. While all this is going on, Biden requests $2.6 billion from Congress to fund global gender equity programs. What? You see what the problem is. We have a bunch of airheads that are in charge of the country. We have a bunch of airheads that's following other airheads like the AOC. AOC doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't understand this country. She doesn't understand our history. All she knows is she wants to destroy it. And she hates it. And she hates us. That's what she is. She's a hater. Now, I don't hate anybody. I don't really hate anybody. But I can say this, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The more I see, the more I hear. Ghost Eagle's grandson got suspended from school for telling the teacher to go screw herself. He's not going to be brainwashed. Good for him. Good for him. And back him up. Back him up. That's what we got to do. When these kids stand up for themselves, back them up. It's what you have to do. Just like we're going to be having everybody's back as far as we can. Now, I am planning something. I'm putting it together right now. I can't say what it is because it may change. Everything is fluid out there. And I certainly do want to pray for the people in Ukraine, and I'm sorry that the help has been slow to come, and help may not come. May not, because I suspect that the potato head has made a deal. It's what I suspect, and they're trying to use Russia as a middleman, I guess you'd say, for trying to get an Iranian deal. Which is another thing that shows that they're out of their minds. Obama has already given them millions of dollars, and of course Biden was there for that. It's insanity. But let me point out, we do have our church this weekend for the airheads out there. That's a meeting. a chapter meeting. And yeah, we're going to bring some other folks into the fold. And it should be an interesting weekend as we put on some new patches and as we do the things it is we do, regardless of who likes it, whether it's local law enforcement, whether it's the governor and his damn gang databases. And let me tell you this, motorcycle clubs are not gangs. They're just not. No way, Jose. We are a political club. This is what we do. And we have opinions like every other biker does. And we have a right to state those opinions. Whether YouTube likes it, whether Facebook likes it, doesn't matter. Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. With that, everybody, we'll be back on in another couple of days. We'll see what's going to happen out there. Pray for the people in Ukraine. And we'll follow closely what's going on with this lab over there. Hopefully, some people with, let me tell you what, that's pretty close to say people with some sane minds might get it first. But nowadays, I'm not too sure who's sane. I'm not too sure who is sane. Because it looks to me like our people within government who are hell-bent on keeping these materials around are going to go to no ends to do it. Go to foreign countries. When those things have been banned here. Man. With that, everybody, have a good night. Ride safe, everybody. Ride safe. See you in a couple of days.